Hi, I'm Chef Jeff Trombetta from the University of New Haven in New Haven, Connecticut. And today we are going to be making salmon on a bed of greens with goat cheese and sun-dried tomato. So there's going to be a lot going on in that dish, and I'll show you how to put it together. But first, we're going to show you how to cut some of the unique vegetables that are going into the greens. So let's go to the board. In my greens for my salmon, I'm going to use escarole. Underrated green. People think of it more of a lettuce, but you've heard of straw and beans. I'm going to use cucumber. Cucumber's underrated. You can peel it, right? You don't have to peel it too much. And you're going to delicately cook it. When you cook with cucumbers, I highly recommend taking out the seeds. This is an English cuke. There's not many seeds in this English cucumber because of the way they're grown. But I take the back of the peeler. I'm just going to cut it on a bias. This is the dragging motion. Just drag the tip. See how I come back? That's how thick. Move my finger again. Nice cucumbers. So we have beautiful center cut salmon. Just take a little bit of that piece off. I'm making medallions, and I want every medallion to be the same. So when I cut on a bias, halfway in. Now I feel the weight. I pick it up, feel the weight of the fish with my hand. If it's too thin, I do that with my knife to make it heavier. So I cut down there. If it's too heavy, I bring my knife up, make it smaller so I could feel what I'm cutting. Julienne a leek. Okay, get my escarole going. Now, this will wilt down, so don't be bashful. Let's get rid of those scallions. And of course, some garlic, coarse herbs. Move that over. Get our salmon going. Little salt and a little pepper. From the edge, peppers, you don't want any clumps of pepper. Spritz it. Let's get a little olive oil and a little butter. The butter's gonna help the browning. This is Wonder flour. It's just a nice dredging flour. Doesn't cake up, get mushy. The skin side, where it's a little dark, and the bone side. Lay it down nice, gentle, away from you. Gently lay it. See how the butter's brown? That's gonna give a nice coating on the fish. It's gonna brown nicely. Let's lower it up so it doesn't cook too fast. And let's see how our greens are going. These are nice, they're smelling nice. Now, anytime you have fish, a good acidity, such as wine or lemon, is good. We're gonna put some white wine and let that reduce. Now the acidity will bleach out the nice bright green in some of those greens, particularly the escarole. We're gonna flip our fish. I think we achieved nice color. One of the reasons why it's loose is because my pan was hot. Help it along, tilt the pan. Beautiful color. Fish cooks quick. Don't overcook it. I've seasoned it with salt and pepper, a little cracked pepper. It's cooking nicely, smells wonderful. I'm reducing the wine. I want this kind of dry. That'll concentrate the flavor of the wine, get rid of most of the acidity, wilt down the greens properly. I don't want that cooking anymore. I'm gonna take my salmon out, because that cooks quick. When you baste it with its own butter and olive oil, because that's good juice, that helps keep it moist. It's actually called poêler. Poêler, it's a French word to kind of baste. Cook it, saute, and baste as you saute. Very good for fish. Cucumbers we don't want to overcook. So I made sure my greens were braised down. Add my cucumbers last. So we're gonna make a little red pepper coulis. That's gonna be a little sauce. This was just sauteed red peppers. I had some leftover julienne peppers. I didn't julienne them for any particular purpose. This is shallots. Needs to puree properly, just needs some moisture. Okay. I'll need a lot of this extra juice. Let's see how that is. Spread that out. Accent the cucumbers, put them on the side. We're making a well. We're gonna broil this plate with the goat cheese on it to warm that up. I'm gonna put the salmon in the middle. It's just good cooking. Constantly strive to make it good. Let's take our goat cheese. Now, we don't want to bury it. You know what? I'm going to put a few dots of goat cheese around. This is going to make it creamy. Goat's milk has a little bit more acidity than most milks, so it gives it that tang. Under the broiler, just for a little bit. Let's just strain this sauce. You know why? Because it's a little chunkier than I would like. I want it to be nice and clean. I don't want the chunks to distract from the chunkiness, if you will, of the greens and the goat cheese and all that. This is going to be very smooth, hopefully a finishing border. Just kind of strain it, kind of push it through there, get rid of all the fibrous pieces of pepper. That's it, that's all I need. The plate is out of the broiler. Now I'm going to kind of go around, make my border, my red pepper coulis. Isn't that nice? Nice, brilliant orange. Take my salmon, fresh out of the oven, have it all sloping this way. A little bit of that poêlée juice. Now, the finishing step is the sun-dried tomato. And you know, this is actually a very good product. This is organic sun-dried tomato out of the jar, and I cut it into julienne, and it has really nice flavor as is. So I'm just going to use it as like one of the highlighted garnish, because after all, that's the name of the dish. It's salmon with wilted greens, goat cheese, and sun-dried tomato. So let's taste this salmon and wilted greens. I want to get everything in here. A little sun-dried tomato, little salmon, goat cheese. It works. It really works. I'm Chef Jeff Trombetta from the University of New Haven, Connecticut. And remember, it's just good cooking.